Hello, everyone. My name is MM2 NASCAR, and today I will be bringing you this episode of the Super Metroid Multi-Category Extension Tournament. Today we've got Bressingham versus Glove, the second match of their series. Today they'll be racing at 69%. But wait, I'm not bringing you this match alone today. I have the one, the only Kev Nastix here in the commentary booth with me to help me broadcast this match. How are you doing, Kev? What do you think of this match?
How you doing, MM2? I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited for this match. 69% has some really cool routing possibilities, and we've seen a bunch of those matches already. And I don't know if we've seen one or two that kind of added up as the same. And I'm excited too because I've heard Glove talking about his moon dance. Their moon dance for so much of this kind of pre-tournament and the tournament that I'm excited to see if they go for it.
Oh yeah, they've been talking about this, and apparently, according to them, they don't know how to do this category correctly. So, well, I don't know if there's actually a correct way to do this category. I wouldn't say any way that is really incorrect. But yeah, they will be running a moon dance route, KRPD, which is going to be Ridley second, which is the it's Ridley second, but still Kraid first. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see their route. I'm also told that Brest just runs a standard KPDR route, so it's going to be really interesting to see the route divergences.
So Bressingham definitely has a movement advantage over Glove, so we'll get a chance to see if it's sheer skill that separates the two players or if maybe it's just the routing potential. Moondance does take a significant amount of time, but doing Moondance affords you the opportunity to skip some revisits, so Glove could possibly end up doing less backtracking than Bressingham. But they're both really, really solid runners, and this should be an exciting matchup. And to be honest, I haven't seen as much 69% as it's in the tournament as the other categories. I just, one reason or another, I just haven't gotten a chance to watch the matches. So this kind of worked out. I'm really pumped about this, and I hope Chad is too.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've only had, six 69% matches so far. This will be the 7th. So this is, yeah, I don't know, like, yeah, I think it's just exactly 1/5. I don't know. Maybe I think it's a bit less, but I don't know. I can't count matches. I have the spreadsheet open right now, and I still don't even know. So
that's
yeah,
right.
It's definitely a good category.
You jump on SpeedGaming and you see all the VODs they have down there. They've done a really good job, I think, everybody in the tournament has done a really good job of picking diverse categories, things you're not used to see running. So we've gotten to see a lot of Max GT. We've gotten to see a lot of North Korea percent. Those seem to be, big favorites right now for a lot of the runners. Nintendo Power percent is kind of like the most meme of the meme routes, I think, just because of how just odd of a category it is and what you have to do. So it's been a really good balance, and but we're kind of talking over this beginning section because we see this exact same sequence of events in every category. You have your obligatory series station, and now we're going to pick up our morph ball. After we pick up our morph ball, we're gonna kind of see what happens here. We're going to see which 69 items our competitors decide they want to pick up today, and yeah, so it can be anything. I do basically a modified hundo. I just don't get the items that take a really long time to get. Try to skip rooms that I hate, and hopefully it adds up to 69. So maybe their routes coming up are less arbitrary than that. But let's keep an eye on these runners because the first divergence of routing is going to happen fairly quickly. I'm guessing within the first 10 minutes, probably first 7 minutes.
First 10 minutes sounds about right. Both runners having a bit of issues with the actual picking up of the morph ball but they're making their way. And so yeah, we should probably go through what 69% actually is. So yeah, 69%, as you might have inferred from what Kev was talking about, there are 100 items in Super Metroid. In the 100% category, you get all 100. In this category, you get 69 out of those 100 items. So it's really just going to be up to runner preference on routing. Like we know Glove likes their moon dance. Brest just loves KPDR, so he'll be doing that, and then yeah, it's really just going to be what the runners are comfortable with. And yeah, we are having some technical issues with the cropping, but it does look like we got it mostly sorted out now. So yeah, thanks to all the people behind the scenes who are helping this go smoothly.
And that looks good, and the timers are almost synced. So if you take a look at it, it looks like the runners are probably just about, Glove entering at 4:53 through the door. Bressingham is going to be about a second or two behind. So very tight race already. Glove getting tripped up in the parlor a little bit. Bressingham having some issues with their climb. Well, here we have the BT fight. Both runners at full health and getting ready and hopefully get a good missile spread. BT jumps back right away. Pretty standard stuff, but we're looking for a 1 or a 2 round fight, skipping that decapitation animation, as Hockey likes to say.
Yeah, shoutouts to the good old Hockey Towner. He's a veteran Super Metroid commentator, and we all know he loves his... Well, he doesn't love his decapitation animations.
But he would have loved Glove's fight a whole lot more than Bressingham. Glove getting a little bit better drop spread, didn't take any damage. Very, very clean BT fight. Bressingham getting trolled a little bit there, and I believe did get the decapitation animation, although it was very brief.
Yeah, I mean, it's a second in just the animation, and like the fight is a bit slower, and it's just... BT fight, like, it can lose you a bunch of invisible time. Like, you don't really notice it, but like if you have splits on everything, you can lose a bunch of time, like 3 or 4 seconds even on the BT fight and not even know until like Varia, if that's your next split.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right about that. And, Glove is going to need every advantage they can get from Bressingham, little errors like that, to help them out along their way. Like I said, if you just look at their times across all categories, Bressingham has a clear advantage at getting through the game faster. But if anybody's been paying attention to the Discord, Glove has been grinding very, very hard, and they continue to improve their times across all categories at, I'd say, a really, really fast pace. So one of the more improved runners from the start of the tournament. So, I'm sure Bressingham understands their advantage, but maybe knows that they'll need a pretty clean race to stay on top of Glove.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bressingham definitely the superior runner in terms of just movement and execution, but Glove just agree with what you said. A greatly improved runner in the recent past. So yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of show they'll both be putting on. And we do see...
Yeah, and I
go ahead.
I was going to say, I agree with what the runners are doing right now, basically starting out the green Brinstar just like you would Hundo. This is a very item-heavy section. There's not a lot of, for the door transitions they have to do. I mean, you're getting 3 items back here, 3 items through the other door transition. So this is an item-heavy area. So, kind of routing the start of this just like your traditional Hundo. Very good and excellent mock balls from both. Beautiful. Let's do this.
Let's go. Double reverse mock ball. That's actually a quite difficult trick to pull off. Ooh, and Glove just barely misses the bomb lay.
That always feels so good.
Rest like another second on Glove, but Glove's still in the lead. But yeah, that's a quite difficult trick to pull off.
And saves a substantial amount of time, about 6 or 7 seconds. It's done optimally, so it's clearly definitely worth it. So Glove right now is setting up for Moon Dance. Is going to open this.
They broke the wrong block. They have to reload the room.
Yeah, it's the middle block, right?
You have to break the second of the 4 blocks. So that's going to lose Glove some time. But okay. So yeah, up to now is the first real ed divergence, aside from maybe getting beta missiles if you want to try to skip a retro Brinstar revisit later in the run. But
so now you know much more about tech than I do. Like, I have seen this before. I know what it is. I know it's about doing moonfalls, turning around. I know it stores your fast so you can drop, but you're a little bit more technical than me. Could you explain this for our viewers who might not know?
So basically what Glove is doing is they're, like you said, they're going to be doing a bunch of moonfalls in a row. 176 is, I believe, is the exact number. they have to do the first 30 in one direction, and you see they just started doing them in both directions. So once they get enough speed, from storing all these falls, they're going to be able to unleash it all at once and clip through the power bomb blocks into the Edecoons area, and that's going to allow them to get all the items in the big pink loop, with the exception of the waterway energy tank, and also the retro Brinstar items right now. So it's just going to allow for a much cleaner route.
Yes, because you need power bombs to access the Mission Impossible room. You need power bombs to access the Wavegate energy tank room. Plus, they're going to get the 3 items in the Edecoons, which would give you an E-tank, a super missile pack, and and that's where Glove is going to get their first power bomb pack. So Bressingham will have to go all the way up Red Tower or to Croc if for theirs. So it's very interesting. With Glove, you say Glove is planning on doing Kraid and then Ridley. So having that extra E-tank from the Edecoons and from the Wavegate location that Bressingham doesn't have access to. If Bressingham was going to do the same boss order, Glove would have a much easier time with those items.
Yeah, just having all this ammo for the big pink loop, and then also for Lower Norfair when they get there. It's just going to be a real boon. But okay, it does appear they got the dance.
And so they can't leave the ground, right?
Yeah, you cannot leave the ground once you have this fall speed. You're going to do one final moonfall like that.
Yes!
Clip through. And it got the actually good clip. So you see there's a clip where you just go to the, just to the one block, but they got the good clip where you fall all the way down. So that's some time.
And with the amount of time it takes for that setup, I think Glove has probably got to be very relieved that it's done. They have pulled it off, so now they all they have to concentrate on now is just, okay, let's go fast. So the slow part for Glove is now over.
Yeah, exactly. You noticed they entered that room at the same time. Now Bressingham is in Kraid's lair and Glove just did it. So yeah, that's just the visualization of how much time to set up for that trick takes. Of course, Task can just be Task and just do the task on the elevator and just... Yes, frame perfect turnarounds. Great. RTA viable for sure. That's mine. Yeah, no. I've seen Zenny do task dance once, but he says it's stupid. I'm inclined to believe him.
When it comes to, I would agree with Zenny's opinion on a lot of things with Super Metroid.
Agreed. Apparently, task dance could be faster for Hundo, but who would ever do that in a run? Why? But okay,
it's just...
So go ahead.
No, just the diversity of strats, even in a category like this, you'd think 69%, how many different ways, can you do that if you're just picking up 69 items? And that's cool. That's what I think, makes this a little bit beyond a meme category in a sense, is that you have to plan a route. You have to be smart about your routing decisions. What saves time, what doesn't? Is this item worth it? So, there's a lot more thought to it. It's a much more involved category than you'd believe, and it's just something that, being a fairly new category, something that I think the experts in our community here are just starting to scratch the surface of what's possible in this category.
Yeah, plus the fact that it's a category extension, so it's not getting the same focus that something like Any Percent or Hundo would be. But yeah, it's still a very good category. But okay, Bressingham got a nice Kraid quick kill, got the item in, got the Kraid E-tank, got the Varia suit. Now I'm going to be doing probably just a standard KPDR Norfair with some similarities to Hundo. Probably, I think it's just a standard late Croc Hundo upper Norfair, except you don't get ice. Just get all the high jump items, speed items, wave items, and get out.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Bressingham's doing kind of all right, well, that would be my 69% route already, and Glove showcasing some rando strats there with the Wavegate glitch with the super, firing at just the right point, which is a little difficult without high jump boots, and getting the Spore Spawn skip right here. So, if anybody came in right now and they go, wow, it looks a lot like Hundo, but one person, why are they 35 minutes ahead of the other one? It's just funny.
Exactly.
It's just funny to see It's just funny to see like almost a hundo style category, but see this this part of the map cleared so early.
Yeah, it's like I've heard Glove talk about their route. In I believe in like the last time I saw them run 69% in a race, like they said something to the effect that it was like it's like rando full clearing pink Bryn, because like you just do it like it's a rando, and you can like just do your rando strats, and then like you can do reverse meme and do all that fun stuff, and yeah, it's like it's a rando, and like I know Glove's a very good rando player, so
Absolutely.
yeah, it's just playing to their strengths.
I kind of feel like Bressingham's getting no attention here, but I'm sorry, dude. Glove's route right now is just much more interesting. It's just, I mean, not that Bressingham is just. I mean, you know, he's moving through these rooms with absolute expertise. Getting at speed, you know, just under 15 minutes, 30 seconds with all the items that he's had to clear so far. This is a really decent time for Speed Booster.
Yeah, that Bubble Mountain was really solid from Bressingham, and also the recovery in Batcave. That was unfortunate how it happens, but yeah, it's just game sucks.
Yeah. Game's hard, y'all. Game is hard.
But you know what isn't hard at all? Getting Spazer. So I'm glad that Bressingham did indeed get the Spazer.
I think that's a really good item. I mean, if you're gonna, you know, I think there's been a lot of debate on whether or not you should skip Spazer in 69%. So I guess it depends on what order you want to fight the bosses. When you need firepower, is one item worth, you know, the 20 to 30 seconds it takes to get Spazer versus another item that, you know, you're probably going to have to get that takes 20 to 30 seconds. And I think for me, for like my hundo or my any percent, you know, muscle memory, I'd like to keep things, you know, as similar as possible. So that's easier to kind of go from one route to another, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Without learning too many different strats.
Yeah, I know. When Professor School was talking about it, I believe he said something like Spazer is slower because of the pauses. Like if you're going to do X Factor strats on Fantoon, Botwoon, and Dragon, if you're doing like a KPDR route, but if you're doing like a KRPD like route like Glove is, then it's almost certainly worth, because you're gonna want to have the ammo for Ridley, the firepower to take out Ridley quickly, and Spazer's just indispensable for that sort of fight.
You know, this is kind of what I love about the extension categories, is because they haven't been pulled apart and we haven't seen them as much as we've seen categories like any percent and the hundo. It's really, really neat. It's kind of like, yeah, we've got a hard game, we found ways to make it harder, or we've got a hard game and, you know, we found ways to break up the monotony so that, you know, it's just I'm just blown away every time I see this game, and even just watching a runner go from room to room and which strats they choose to use. And a very dangerous section for Glove, by the way. Lots of health, but anybody that's ever done meme route in a random knows how hard those side hoppers hit without suits.
Yeah, 80 damage. It's quite a lot, because like you're intended to do it with like at least Faria, but like
wow. You know, I didn't realize Glove was going to clean up a little bit. Was going to clean up Green Brinstar. So this really, you know, over the course of a whole run could save you. I don't know, it could save you quite a significant. I'm interested to see exactly which items Glove picks up. This is a really unique route. I'm pretty excited. I'm here for this.
All I know is you have to get 69 items, not 72 items like last time.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, they did Gauntlet, but Nevdi counted in chat and like was like, "No, you don't need to do Gauntlet, Glove." But then Glove did Gauntlet anyway, and then when it said 72% at the end, Nevdi was like, "I told you."
Oh no! Oh boy, I'll tell you what.
Nevdi moment.
Ooh, beautiful red nice. Tower.
Yeah, that's actually a quite difficult strat from Bressingham.
I like how he opens the door right there, right before the D-boost. That's pretty sweet. That's tight.
Bress is literally winning. I mean, he hasn't won yet, so I don't know.
I mean, we've definitely the matches have been really wild, and matches you think one runner is going to win, and there's an upset. There's been a bunch of upsets already. In this tournament, a lot of close races. I'm sincerely not just excited to be a part of it, but just as a Super Metroid fan, I've just been in awe watching just, I mean, think of another tournament where how many races have we had? 20 races or something, and most of them have been within, seconds or a minute or two. It's been pretty exciting.
This is the
We've had ties.
Yeah, we've had a tie. We have had a tie.
That was
in a
wild.
vanilla run. The race was within 36 frames.
It
was dumb.
Awesome.
But yeah, this is the 35th race of the tournament.
So I'm still trying to catch up on them all. Beautiful work for Bressingham being able to shoot out that door again and deboost out of that side hopper room, that power bomb room. So right now, Glove is going to get set up to fight Crate, and hopefully they'll get their Crate quick kill. Bressingham looks like they're heading over to Fantoon and Wrecked Ship. Would be the most likely location. So let's see if Bressingham goes for Ocean Fly. It looks like they're potentially setting up for it, and that's a really cool strat.
Yeah, Ocean Fly is quite difficult, but I mean, just a standard 2-spark like you see often in KPDR will do. It looks like that's what Bressingham's going to be going for, just a standard Moat Spark followed by the Ocean Spark. And 2 Crate quick kills on 2 crates from these 2 runners today. Very nice. Just no sweat. Crate
neither runner has made any significant mistakes at this point. Just like you saw Bressingham goop spark in the ceiling there, but that lost him maybe 5 or 6 seconds, which is not wholly significant just yet. But maybe once Bressingham gets through Fantoon, see what kind of patterns Fantoon gives us, he might want that 5 to 7 seconds back. But no serious issues from any runner. They're both running very, very clean and showcasing very good movement. And,
I mean, Glove,
GG on that gold, Glove.
I don't think you skipped anything.
They're worried about skipping.
I'm pretty sure you got everything. Weird. I don't know. Okay.
More often than not, when I go to split, I earned it, but...
Yeah, when I'm running a completionist category, I'm always worried when I gold by a lot. But yeah, that Kojak of that super from Bressingham, that was kind of worrying, but he decided to use missiles on the door in order to save the super for the Fantoon fight, which makes sense. Like, I'd probably do that in that scenario. And also, it's going to turn off Spazer here. Sad to see the best game go, but X Factors are too good. X Factors are just too good. Nobody uses golden shower strats. I don't even use golden shower strats. What am I?
Well, I gotta tell you, the first time I played Max GT, the first time I successfully beat Fantoon, I killed Fantoon with an accidental golden shower. So I was just panicking, and I had power bomb selected, and ended up being the kill shot on him. So that is the one and only time I've ever activated that beam, and it got the job done.
I mean, yeah, Spazer's good.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's also good, that Doppler and that X Factor from Bressingham, that was a really, really solid Fantoon fight. 2 rounds too good.
Yeah, very, very clean. Making the game look far easier than it ought to, and that's not going to cost Bressingham any time right there. 2 good Fantoon patterns. It worked out with a 2-round, and 2-round Fantoon is the optimal Fantoon, I think. Unless you're one of like 3 players that can do a 1-round or something, that's wild.
I mean, I've heard a bunch of people have done a 1-round. I've done 2 1-rounds myself, but like, there are only a very few people.
I think only Emmett and Zenny are hitting them regularly in runs.
In runs, like, yeah, only Emmett and Zenny really go for them in runs. So yeah. But I mean, I know a bunch of people who have done a 1-round. I know a guy who's done a 1-round Fantoon but doesn't have sub hour.
Wow.
The eternal enigma of Slay the Play.
Oh, okay, I know Slay. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a really, really solid attic from Bressingham. Just those blue strats. And Ice Escape from Glove. Oh, that wasn't quite the mock ball they wanted. So
didn't hold their momentum. So gonna lay a power bomb. Gonna lose a little bit of time here. Bressingham still going pretty much hundo. I mean, we did skip Spike Your Room of Death. So I guess I would imagine Bressingham right now may or may not skip Gauntlet, but either way, we're going to see a return to green and pink Brinstar, would be my guess. From where
I
Bressingham would
don't
go
think
next,
it
unless he just goes straight down Red Tower
Yeah,
and
generally
go.
the standard in 69% is to not do a green and pink Brinstar revisit.
Okay,
I only
okay.
know like you and Chabo who actually do a second Brinstar loop.
You know, it's really funny that you said you and Chabo, because guess whose route I took for my 69%? I literally copied Chabo's route, item for item.
I mean, usually Chabo's got really good, really safe routes. Like
that's like, exactly why I took it.
Yeah. So yeah, according to Professor School, the man who always knows the numbers, Gauntlet's optimal late. I'll take your word for it.
All right. I mean, you know, late, you're probably going to have, you might not have screw attack, but you're going to have space jump. I wonder if either of our racers are going to take the gamble and then do GT, Green Gate glitch and go for that screw attack. It could be worth it if you're, confident in what you do, and certainly make Lower Norfair go significantly faster.
I mean, like, you gotta get all the movement items. I find a lot of the time, just like, like a lot of the categories, you get all the movement items early, and then you like just clean up all the nothing items later. Like, there's a reason why you get why you get speed and wave early and 100%, but you save Norfair Reserve for later.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And that's it's kind of funny the way items react to their environments. And the other great thing too that I like about this tournament, by the way, worth mentioning, is not only do we have 5 categories, but with the exception of like the first couple minutes, they're all very different.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't really avoid the first couple minutes being not different. Like, that's just the nature of Super Metroid. The first couple minutes are just stupidly linear. Like, you have to do series, you have to get morph, you have to get alpha missiles, sometimes you get beta missiles, you have to get bombs, you have to go through Brinstar, get supers, usually early supers, and then once you get to Red Tower, the routes usually diverge. So it's just I feel like it's the nature of Super Metroid. Like, it's like just how Deer Force made the game. Like, it's linear up until like really like it feels like alpha power bombs or something. What am I thinking? Alpha power bombs just like it opens everything up because you can go back to Brinstar for free once you get wave. Then you can go up. You can go to wreck ship. You can try Suitless Meridia. Like it just opens it up. Like it feels like the game is. I don't know. Super Metroid's a great game.
You don't have to convince me. I'm here, man. I'm here because I love this game, just like I'm sure everybody else is. And these players right now are definitely demonstrating their love for the game. I mean, nobody puts in the amount of time it takes to get this good at it if you don't love this game. It's a punishing game. The learning curve, I mean, there's a lot of safeties you can pick up. You can pick up a lot of E-tanks, and you can make a lot of your runs very, very comfy, but there's a huge learning curve in this game. It's just, it can be very unforgiving at times, especially if you want to speed run the game. So, yeah, to get this good with all this sweet movement tech that these runners are showing us, they love this game.
Yeah, I mean, like, every speedrunner craps on their speed games, like, just talks crap about it a lot, just because of frustration, but, like, it's, like, you won't put this much time into a game if you don't think it's good.
No, it's like I hate fighting Dragon, I hate fighting Ridley, but I would hate this game if it had bosses that were any easier than that, because then it would just be that much harder to gain an edge on somebody, there's... Like, it's a good racing game because even if you're really awesome at it, even if you're really amazing at it, there's just some strats where the game says, nah, it's not working today. You're going to have to reset. No, not working, and I'm going to kill you. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Green Gate glitch has cost me more wins than any other skill in any other game. It just drives me nuts.
That's just the game. Yeah. Worth noting, Bressingham did have some low health after doing that Main Street Spark, so he had to be conservative with his health in the Mama Turtle room and do a jump up to the E-Tank instead of a Shine Spark like you would normally go for.
That's true, because that Totori is also a beast. You know, that turtle hits really, really hard.
Yep, 50 damage.
Yep, and by the way, we have the screw attack answer. Glove nailed GGG. Got screw attack, so a little bit of a time loss, perhaps, but the way that Glove could potentially move across the rest of the game, very good. And it is tough getting out of there, but Glove, an RBO veteran, handles that like a pro, and going to have very comfy lower North air.
Yeah, the screw attack I feel like it's almost essential if you're going to do a Ridley second, Kraid first.
Now they're going to have a tough Ridley fight, so I'm assuming Glove is going to load up on supers. I think they have 15 supers, maybe 20 supers at this point, but
early Edakun, Spore Spawn.
So at least 15. Yeah, so I think 15. This can be a scary item to pick up when you don't have Spring Ball. Getting this nice decalled X Factor setup from Bressingham. Misses one particle, so cannot fire that super missile. It's very interesting, kind of the boss order we have going here with Glove going a more new route kind of situation. So having to mitigate this room without having space jump is very tricky. But of course, Glove has a lot of randomizer experience and a lot of experience across a wide variety of categories. So, you know, having a little bit of trouble, not a very clean, smooth room, but not dangerous either. Bressingham picking up the Batoon E-Tank here, wanting to get a little extra energy there for the Dragon fight. Most likely opting for potentially an X Factor and then a speed strats. Let's see, so MM2 will be back very, very shortly, having some issues right now. So meanwhile, you got me and you got Glove and Bressingham putting on quite a show. So normally in the vanilla game, it intends you to have space jump where Glove is right now down in lower North air. So without having space jump, there's going to be a lot of wonky movement that Glove is going to have to do that might look a little unnatural. Very, very nice Kagos. Look, it goes right through the platforms right there. Well done. Precious missile picked up from Bressingham, and we could potentially have double boss fights on screen right now. And that's going to be pretty awesome. We're going to see Ridley and Dragon on the same screen. So let's check this out. After these bosses are finished, I think both of our runners will have the same number of bosses down. So Bressingham's killed Kraid, Fantoon, and then we'll have Dragon. Glove is Kraid, Ridley. Oh no, so Bressingham will be one boss up. I think Bressingham will be one boss up on Glove. So around there is an explanation for each category. If you go to wiki.supermetroid.run, you can find these categories. That's our Super Metroid wiki. And perhaps somebody can also put a link in the chat. So right now we have 69%. So our runners are going to be battling it out and seeing who could be the first to pick up 69 out of 100 items. And they're running very, very different routes right now. So it's really tough to tell who's ahead. I'm going to say that Glove might be a little bit behind because Bressingham has one more boss down than Glove has down right now, and this will be a longer Ridley fight for Glove than for Bressingham, because Bressingham will likely have Plasma Beam by the time they get to Ridley. You know, but Glove making good work, using all their ammunition to their advantage to try to damage down Ridley, but not damage him down too fast. If you damage Ridley down too fast, he gets a little angry and gets a little too fast. So Glove could have saved majority of the firepower for the end of the fight. Meanwhile, Bressingham is through with Dragon, and do we have MM2 back?
Yeah, I think I do. My power did just flicker for like a second, so I might have just My computer just turned off, my Wi-Fi turned off, but I think I should be back in action now. Yeah, hopefully I didn't miss too much from these runners.
Just the same as we've been seeing. Very, very clean movement from both of our runners. Glove showing just how useful space jump is by showing us just how tricky it can be to move through Lower Norfair without it, but doing a very good job with that. I think one of the time sucks here, one of the things that's going to hurt Glove is this route. You know, when Bressingham goes through Lower Norfair, they're going to have significantly better movement items, so they're going to be able to move a lot faster through here. Where Glove might be able to save up some time is just kind of depends on what items. Yeah, Cassius room's tough.
Oh, okay. Bressingham makes it through. It's a rough room. It when it goes wrong, it can go very, very wrong. But like you don't see it go wrong enough that it's like you don't really figure out any real good backups. You just assume it'll go right. But like when it goes wrong, it just goes wrong so badly, and that's just
if you get hit by the pancake, you're going to get hit by the Puyo next, and then you're going to get hit by the pancake again.
Oh, okay. Apparently he did kill the bottom left pirate. I didn't think he did, but he did.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty good plasma room right there. I mean, it's so quick you didn't notice.
Yeah, I gotta agree. That was a really, really solid plasma room. But okay, Bressingham does get that plasma beam. We will not be seeing Glove pick up that plasma beam. They've got the spacer. That's all they need.
So I got a question. You know, provided either you can answer it, somebody in chat, maybe Professor School's still in chat. If these routes were both run optimally, where would the sinking point be? Would it just G4?
G4.
I guess that makes sense because it's 69 items.
That's the most viable sinking point for pretty much any route.
So you wouldn't be able to tell. Like I know sometimes you compare old route and new route, and two runners are running that like in an any percent. You could tell, which route is ahead based on certain landmarks. Same thing like in Hundo if you're looking at early Croc route versus late Croc route. There's like one point where you kind of like, okay, this person's ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, if you see one person clearly ahead, then you can tell. But like Glove does Drake on last, Bressingham does Ridley last. But at this point, I would very much say Bressingham's ahead, seeing as he's done 3 bosses. Glove's done 2 and is making their way to their 3rd.
Yeah, I had mentioned that a little bit earlier. I just can't tell how far ahead Bressingham is. I feel like they're both playing so well. There's been no major errors that the discrepancy in how far they're apart right now could just potentially be how far apart their PBs are.
Yeah, Glove's like probably a few minutes. I mean, that's fairly reasonable. Bressingham has really, really solid execution. So
yeah.
But okay, Bressingham does not have to do the ice escape because he's going to be going this way, the better route, because you want to get these crumble shaft missiles. I can never remember which route is which, northern route or southern route. I just know the one that goes through Crocomire Speedway is better.
I believe this is southern route.
Okay, that would make sense, seeing it as it goes below the other route. So that would be northern route, but I don't know. What I do know, though, is that space jump through the door there. That's a quite tight space jump, but Bressingham nails it. Really, really nice. And I'll be doing another one right here. And now he has really solid momentum for going through here, and he's probably going to try to chain this into yeah, he's probably going to try to chain this into some sort of chronic boost with a power bomb lay there, and then he's just going to get boosted off that enemy there, and now it just gets the massive boost into the lava. We couldn't. Glove would not be doing this because you need gravity in order for this to work, and Glove obviously doesn't have that.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm taking a look at both routes, it looks like Bressingham's route could potentially be more optimal. Hard to tell. The Glove's route is definitely more interesting. No offense to Bressingham. I like the cool optimizations. I like the different strats. I thought it was really, really neat. Really neat to see. So, Glove feels bad about maybe, I don't know. Could you really feel bad about being behind a Bressingham, though? I mean, Bressingham is a super solid runner.
Agreed. Yeah. Ooh,
That's the second time I've seen that strat attempted. I think somebody did that in a race not too long ago.
Do you mean the blue strat?
Yeah, the blue through. I think maybe Beef Robber did that. Somebody did that.
I don't know. I haven't seen that. So that's a really smart strat, to be quite honest. I'm gonna have to experiment with that.
I mean, it does save time with the rippers. If you could just blow through them.
Yeah, because you don't have to like deal with them.
It's honestly probably a must save 1 or 2 seconds.
Who knows? Like with the way top runners, especially like people like Ruya in GT Classic deal with the rippers, I don't know how much it would actually save, if any, because you have to actually set up for the short charge. But I mean, it's definitely worth timing out, I'd say. That's
true. I only know how the D-boost works if you get the GGG on the first try.
Yeah, I mean, and you can never trust GGG first try. I'm gonna be honest. Never trust GGG.
Love that Alpha Spark from Glove. Like hockey, I like a lot of those strats that aren't really all that hard to do, but they look so sweet, and it's just it's amazing how these runners use the mechanics in intended and unintended ways.
Agreed. Yeah, like this game has just so many cool mechanics. Like I don't know. It's just such a deep game, and that's why I'm glad that people have just decided to speedrun it and they just put this much time and effort into it and just build this kind of community.
I only started playing roughly a year ago, and I feel like there's far more people running it now and being involved in it now than there were a year ago when I started. So it just seems like this game has a lot of momentum now, and it's a great tribute, I think, to a lot of the really cool personalities, that you see with all the restreams and the interviews and commentaries, and it really is an inviting, fun kind of place to be. But also, the game is just so interesting itself that people are like, all right, I want to pick this up and check this out, see if I can do some of the stuff these other runners are doing. I mean, that's how I got into it. I played this game. I'm like, oh, this is a really fun game, and then I saw people speedrunning it, and I'm like, I wonder if I could do any of that. Super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw Zenny run it at GDQ with his RBO run, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna play it. Yeah, that's mine now.
Nice powerhouse by Bressingham right there, just cruising. I feel bad, like it's almost like I want to talk about what the runners are doing. What have we not already heard about? I mean, they're just showing just absolutely excellent gameplay here. It's really tough to keep up with how many cool things they're doing.
Yeah, agreed. Like you saw the Alpha PB boosts from Glove. Like those are quite difficult with screw attack, just because you have to do a spin cancel before you can actually do the D boost itself. Because like if you try to do the D boost before you cancel your spin jump and remove your screw attack, then the screw attack will screw with the iframes, which will lead to no D boost, which will lead to falling into the bile plumes and being sad. But yeah, screw attack can make some stuff harder, but it's just so comfy for LN that you can't really skip it. Like Prof School said it, like it's a net negative, but like it's too good. It's too good of an item.
Yeah. Glove making their way into Wreck Ship. I'm kind of guessing, and I could be wrong, but I think the way Glove is routing this, that they don't need to clear Wreck Ship that much. I would imagine that that's part of the the point of doing the moon dance and getting all that other stuff too, is not just to clear a lot of that stuff early, but maybe it's to have to avoid clearing some of the more tricky or weird ways to clear there. What's Cliff saying? No way screw is net negative for his route. I would have to agree. Without having space jump, I would agree that screw attack probably saves a significant amount of time for Glove.
And plus, it's the comfort, the level of comfort Screw gives it that not having Screw doesn't. Like you have to actually like just be super safe without Screw, and this Screw is just like it just lets you go ham.
Well, I'm going to say for somebody like you, who runs more categories. I mean, I run a lot of categories, but you run every category. So, screw attack just kind of, you can just turn one entire part of your brain off that you don't even need to worry about. I mean, unless you have no suits, you're not going to die in Lower Norfair with Varia, Screw, and Gravity. It's just not, it's very rare that it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a really valuable item.
Oh, Glove got super trolled by that quick eye close on Fantoon. What a
fast
jerk.
opener, but like if that had to be a fast eye close. Because if you don't know, Fantoon's eye speed, the speed at which he closes his eye is also random. It can be a fast, mid, or slow, and it's just, I don't know the exact odds, but fast is way more common than it should be.
You know, and I felt like Glove got a really good shot too. You know, with the, oh, geez, did it again. You know, sometimes those missiles just don't want to hit Fantoon. They just don't. Or you get, you know, or it hits a flame instead of his eyes, and then you have to wait for a whole nother pattern.
Yeah, just Fantoon is just not. Fantoon's never your friend.
You want to talk about like biggest trolls in any game? You have like, you know, in this game, you have like Ridley's the #1 troll, followed by Fantoon, and unless you're playing North Korea %, in which case Dragon is the ultimate troll boss.
Dragon and Coliseum, like I feel like in most categories, Fantoon, Dragon, and Ridley are like just the three, like, or if not the three, like they're easily three of the hardest things to optimize because like just boss fights are so like complicated and there's so many moving parts and like it's just so hard to get a good time.
I guess one of my favorite things about Ridley is that Ridley does not have a way. There's no way to quick kill Ridley. You know, like you can quick kill Kraid, you can microwave Fantoon. You know, there's faster ways to kill Fantoon. Like Ridley is just always a long fight. 30 Super Ridley is still, you know, potentially long compared to the other boss fights. Even that's the quickest Ridley fight. But there's not a Ridley quick kill, and there's you know 1, 2, or more quick ways to kill other bosses.
Yeah, but there is because you can air stuck Ridley or floor stuck Ridley.
What on earth?
Yeah, you just like, I believe the air stuck Ridley is like, it's like some really precise unspin when Ridley's in a certain position, and then he just runs out of gas basically, and he just freezes, and then you can just pummel him with all your ammo and charge shots, and he just dies, and then you can just jump into his claws for free.
I'm going to guess that's not RTA viable with the fact that I've never seen that before.
People have done it RTA, but I hope it never gets into runs. People have done it on accident, but like it's extremely hard to do it on purpose because the setup, like being able to do it, just requires such a specific set of conditions, and it's just a specific you have to be under such specific conditions for it to even be possible. Like it's so hard to make occur. And so yeah, I hope that we never find a setup for it, and it just never gets into runs, because the Ridley fight is just, it feels like it's an actual fight. Like you're actually like fighting the boss as opposed to like just trying to do something. Like you're actually being fought by the game. Like
I would say that the Kraid most of the time is not really a fight. You just go in there and it's like, all right, I got to get this button combination right, and it's all over.
Yeah, exactly. It's just do the thing, as opposed to like Ridley. You gotta just like, it's such a dynamic fight. That's what I love about the Ridley fight in this game in general. Like it's never just do a bunch of tricks in a row.
But it's always so different too, because if you look at Glove was mixing in super missiles and the ice wave spacer charge, and then Bressingham did the 20 plasma beam shot Ridley fight. So really cool to see both runners very successfully tackle that boss with minimal issues.
Yeah, Ridley is just it can go so wrong, but it's just such a great fight, I feel like. But all right, I'd say Bressingham's very, very clearly in the lead at this point. He's going into the final real area of his run before he gets to G4. Glove heading into Meridia soon, but it's just, I don't know. I just feel like Bressingham's execution has been too strong.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. Again, both runners running very well. Bressingham just showing that movement advantage is just so crisp, so good. I don't imagine Glove is probably going to be doing much cleanup in Meridia. Trying to think of
like you can get beach missiles, you can get Main Street missiles, you can get precious missiles. Precious missiles, you're 100% getting. You can't just skip precious missiles. Might get space jump. I think they get space jump. Aqueduct missiles and supers. I don't know what exactly gloves are out, but all I know is they're not getting gauntlet, or maybe they are getting gauntlet and they're just dropping some other stuff.
Definitely not getting spring ball, so there's no visit to Shack Tool today.
Yeah, I'm happy that the only category that actually gets spring ball properly is Nintendo Power Percent. It's only 1 out of 5. Like, sure, Max Percent GT Code gets spring ball, but it's from GT Code. Does it even count?
That's funny. And when you say get it properly, you don't even get it properly in Nintendo Power Percent. You have to use just really bizarre strats that I don't even know how those magazine editors would think anybody would figure out casually.
Yeah, but like the point is you're getting it from source.
But yes, yeah, you're getting it from Shack Tool, from the egg, from the Chozo egg behind Shack Tool.
From the intended source of the item, as opposed to just some dev code. Some dev code, it defines like 4 or 5 different categories in and of itself.
Right there, what Glove did when Glove picked up the Main Street missiles there reminded me of the meme somebody posted the other day about this tournament. And that could be another one that you could add to that meme. Like, do I get the Main Street missiles now, or do I get the Main Street missiles later? This Max GT code, they'd be getting it on the way out of Meridia instead of right in the entrance like you would in like Hundo or 69% or some other categories.
Should just do true completion where it's even worse, because you have to go through Main Street, but you have to get the map tiles, you have to get the item, and you have to do all the other things in Meridia. God, true completion's so great, but it's also so convoluted. That's at times.
I have no idea how you run as many categories as you run, and you can even complete them. I'm very impressed. I would need blueprints. I'd need a whole room dedicated to Super Metroid with schematics and just walls full of maps and go here, go there. Don't forget this tile.
I mean, a lot of it is just washing runs, but I don't know. It's just something you learn, just how to learn categories.
It does get easier the more you get through them, especially with the crossover. But of course, the crossover has the own problem in and of itself, is that might be running one category and then completely forget. I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten to go back for Taco Tank in North Korea percent, just because no other category goes back down the elevator before the climb.
Yeah, I mean, I just before the run, you got to tell yourself you just got to run through the route. You got to know what you're gonna do. I don't know. It's definitely very easy to forget Taco Tank in North Korea, or even what am I thinking? Spore Spawn Supers in that category as well.
True. Yep. And sometimes I forget beta missiles.
Yeah, beta missiles.
And then I'll show up the dragon with only 10 power bombs.
Sisream, I know he forgot beta missiles and just went straight to bombs in his Nintendo Power Percent race against me. He had to reset. He decided to reset back to the ship.
Yeah. Yep.
And then he still beat me by a couple minutes. Even though I basically had a 3-minute head start on him. He's too good.
Well, I don't think I conned that race. I think I was watching y'all side by side on multi-Twitch, and the exciting thing about that race was how it concluded on both sides. It was we have a winner. No, we don't. Yes, we do. This is wild.
Yeah, we both ended up with 48%. For context, you get 49% with the actual route of Nintendo Power Percent. We both skipped something. We skipped different things.
Yeah, and it is actually relevant talking about that now. We do have a question in chat. What if you get 70% by accident in this category? Well, if both runners were to get 70%, then it would still go to the fastest runner, I believe. Because getting an extra item is literally a time penalty in and of itself. So it kind of depends on, a 70 would be less bad than a 68.
Yeah, 68, you get a minute added. Depending, 68, you add a minute, because it's a minute penalty for skipping an item, and then 70 no penalty, just because you're what am I thinking? You're penalizing yourself by getting an extra item anyways. But Yeah, Bressingham already into G4, making his way into Turian. Glove in their Dragon fight, gonna be setting up for this X Factor on Dragon. It's a tough one. It's a really finicky setup depending on how you do it.
Wow, excellent Metroid Room 1 from Bressingham. Just no pause, no stutter. Just knows where everything is. Beautiful Metroid Room 2. Oh, God, I love Turian.
Turian's extremely hard to do quickly, but like if you can just and the Metroid gets away from him. Just barely missed the freeze on the second Metroid in Metroid Rim 3.
How was Glove's X Factor opening? I didn't happen to catch if they caught all particles.
Could have been better, but it was pretty good. This spark should kill. Okay, they're just gonna use the super.
Well, there's where Screw Attack helps right there. The Screw Attack can break through the goo because that is an unintended item for this. And Glove going for that, going for the spike suit, missing it. But really, really good kill. I don't know what it is about Dragon's Lair. I don't know about you, but I can charge a Shine Spark just about anywhere that I need to, when I need to, except for that darn room right there.
Dragon is impossible. Also, Speed Zap Skip. Speed Zap Skip is also impossible.
I like that little strat Bressingham has of busting that crab down there, just kind of like just arm cannon. No grab. It was close. It was pretty clean though.
Yeah, I was slightly worried for that grab, but yeah. Speaking of things that aren't impossible, that baby skip from Bressingham, that was really nice. And also this moonfall through the door. It doesn't want to go for the angle shot. That's understandable. Going for the angle shot and the moonfall at the same time is really risky. Like it's a really tight window to get the angle shot of the super, but at least it's not like a category where ammo matters in Turian. Like,
yeah, that is a definite advantage. Anything where you have a colossal amount of missiles, you don't have to worry about your super count. You know, really, you want to have enough supers to have an optimal Metroid rooms, and then obviously an optimal Mother Brain 1. And we have a raid from SpeedGaming 3. Thank y'all for coming in. You're coming into the conclusion of the 69% multi-category extension tournament race between Glove and Bressingham. And we've had a really, really clean run from both of our runners so far. No major mistakes from either. You know, just little small things that added up. Bressingham coming in with a big PB advantage and a big movement advantage, but Glove showing a really extravagant route, and both runners put together a very, very impressive run. It's been really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, this is a really solid category, and I'm glad we got to race it. And yeah, we'll be seeing Bressingham be going for a stand-up glitch here. He's just going to manipulate his health to the between 700 and 799 range, and then he doesn't have Varia off, so he doesn't have to damage down rather quickly, but manages to get down, just mash up, then hold left and run. You can just take a bunch of damage from Mother Brain's leg, and you are in the correct zone, below 100, but not dead. Reserve tanks don't matter. And apparently Glove will be getting Gauntlet. I don't know if this is for the memes or just they skipped all their stuff.
Potentially, maybe they, you know, like you said, Nebdy last time said he didn't need to do it. Maybe, or that they didn't need to do it. Maybe Glove opted to take out 3 other items and replace them with the Gauntlet items just for sport.
That would make sense, given the fact that they are doing Gauntlet this time. And they did say in the pre-race chat that, oh no, oh no, oh no.
That's bad.
This is terrible. I think this might be game over.
How did that even...
So basically he was on the ground when the baby Metroid detached from Mother Brain's head.
This is GG, dude.
I don't know if this is GG. This might not be GG, but we'll see in a second.
Nah,
oh yeah,
Mother Brain.
Of course. The
Mother Brain soccer balled him.
Yeah, Mother Brain's leg. Mother Brain's leg saved him. That, of course, that makes total sense.
My goodness, I want to hear what Bressingham has to say after that. I would have been sitting there.
Of course, he gets the slow lock, but yeah, he knows the item cancel trick just to get it for free.
I mean, loses the stand up, but at this point, I would be, you know, shaking my head in relief and just, you know. Now, fortunately, that happened like prior to Baby Grab, because if Bressingham's health was all the way filled up and the Metroid had left him in that area, that would have absolutely been GG. But since it happened before the fill up, Bressingham was able to take damage from Mother Brain and get knocked back away. So, kind of a really tough moment there, right there. Oh my goodness, that I wonder. Glove said he thought he'd be fine, so I guess Glove wasn't worried about it. I was thinking game 3. No offense, Bressingham, but that might have been more fun for all the viewers. But you know,
yeah, I mean, this is looking like a really like. I think this is gonna be a like a mid 100 for he unspins in the door. That's not ideal, but yeah, nice recovery.
Does Bressingham have a sub-hour? I think is this PB pace for Bressingham? I wouldn't be surprised.
Could be.
It's got to be close.
I don't know his PB in this category. I'm sure he'll tell us if it was. I mean, this is a really solid run all around from him. So I would not be surprised if it was a PB.
Right. I was looking at the leaderboards earlier, but I forgot all about it. By the way, this is a really good point. As we say GG to Bressingham, we'll tell you what the official race time is in just a moment. But make sure you follow Bressingham, follow Glove. Two tremendous runners do a variety of things well in Super Metroid and play a lot of Super Metroid. They're excellent. They're excellent people as well. So GG Bressingham with an official race time GG time of 1 hour and 16 seconds. So, wow, GG, and that was a big PB from Bressingham. I don't know how big, but big PB. So, you know, Bressingham not holding back at all in their match against Glove, just going for all the strats, all the good stuff, and one of the cleaner races we've seen by anybody, I think, in the tournament. There's been a lot of really good racing, but I can't think of any point where Bressingham was in danger or any point. Well, maybe just right before Mama Turtle was the only time kind of that was a little bit clenchy, but very clean race, very well done, and that'll be a tough time for anybody to beat in this category.
Yeah, this was a really solid time. I don't let me check the sheet. I think I don't know what MGA's time. At the time of this wouldn't have. MGA had a 58:36 at the time of seeding.
I mean, I could just look up. Let's see.
He bopped Duck GG and GG.
Oh, seriously? Oh my goodness! Yeah, I think hasn't Duck been having like a tough baby skip, or Turian's been kicking his butt in this category? I forget which it is.
Just in every category, Duck's just been memed on by Baby Skip.
Oh yeah, Bress did get the duck bop, and Bress is now in 3rd place on the speedrun.com leaderboard. So really only 2 minutes and like just under 3 minutes behind Zost. So you have Zost, MGA, and now Bressingham are the top 3, followed by Duck and Andrew and Bands. Professor School.
Yeah, there's like
Bressingham's on there twice for some reason. Bressingham, you have 2 times on there, dude. Come on. It's gonna be your third. Please, I don't know how that works out, but
Speeds Skip. First try. Very nice. But yeah, I was thinking something.
Actually, you and P-Toil and so Bands, Professor School, you and P-Toil and Frobber, Tilly, Cashmod, you guys are all just a couple minutes away from this time.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a bunch of people in this tournament who are all vying for, like, 2nd place in a bunch of categories. Like MGA is just in a clear lead, and then everybody, and then there's just, like, a whole clump of people, like Bressingham, Duck, Bands with Legends, Professor School. Like, a bunch of people are all just vying for 2nd place. And it's just, like, it's really cool to see, like, the rivalries and the bops and the paces and everything just between the runners. And speaking of, we do have our winner of this match in the commentary booth with us. GG to you, Bressingham. What were your thoughts on that race, and especially that moment near the end?
That was the run of my life. I PB'd by over a minute, so it was above average performance for me. At the end, I was just so thankful that I had 9 energy tanks so that Mother Rain would kick me before the baby locked.
Yeah, that was...
Dude, we were crunching on that moment right there. That was crazy. What were you thinking during all that?
Please kick me. That's what was going through my head.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh man, so we're about to find out if you are the winner. Let's see if you got all 69 items. We got Samus in her, well, back in her combat gear. Dear Forest, everybody. Glove looks like they're going for stand-up.
Yeah, I mean,
so boom, Bressingham, it is official. You have bested Glove 2 matches, and do you know who your next opponent is?
It should be the winner of Bands with Legends versus Duck.
Yep, that's what it's looking
things are
like.
heating up.
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really exciting match just to see. So I'm really excited. But
yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah, Glove going for stand-up. It's really viable with Charge Ice Wave Spazer. Just like it deals a third of what you would deal in Hundo, so it makes sense.
I usually go for it anyways because for me it's just I played so much GT Classic and Hundo for so long that I'm more comfortable with a stand-up category than I am with one that doesn't do stand-up. So even when I don't have the artillery for it, I just go. Plus, it gives me something to do during the cutscene, rather than just sit there and go, "All right, come on, let's get on with it."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, yeah. Also, yeah, that the Mama Turtle moment was a bit scary, but I'm sure you were fine with that. Just
Yeah, it was nothing out of the ordinary. Honestly, I'm used to not sparking for 69% there.
Yeah, I mean, it's an item you do want to get it pretty fast, but like, you can easily get it if you don't want to get it. I do want to. Go ahead, Kev.
Well, I was going to say it was very thrilling to watch because very, very rarely is it in a race where you just watch somebody race where everything just goes so well. Kraid went well, Fantoon went well, Dragon went well. Dragon, I think, maybe you had a little bit of trouble there. I can't remember. Was it an odd ammo killer? Maybe I'm thinking of Glove, but just everything in your run went so well. It's great.
Yeah, for sure. It felt really good to not have any major mistakes, really. So.
Yeah, I mean it's always great when you can crank out a really good run, especially in a race. So yeah, my question is, are you gonna take this a bit further and try for a sub-hour or what?
Definitely, this run is gonna be really scary to run against. I have to do all the bosses right to keep pace, but I think I can do it. So I'll see if I can.
Heck yeah.
You're only going to be, I think, the third person to do it if you could. So you're in the top 3 spot now. So, if you want to stay there, I think you're going to have to put in a sub-hour. This Glove doing?
They missed the moonfall.
Missed the moonfall. You guys did it again. I love it.
Commitment to the moonfall.
Yeah, I think Glove has brought love of moonfall technique a little bit further than any other runner I've met so far.
Yeah, great. Just I love it when like we get to see like obscure tricks like moon dance and stuff get into the run. Now I just want to see a not dumb category where we get to see like G mode. You can't because the setup is stupid.
Didn't Beef Robber do G mode or something, or X mode, or just
he did
X mode just for fun?
Yeah, he did it twice in his run, but not to detract from Glove's finishing in second place with an official race timeout GG time of 1 hour 7 minutes and 34 seconds. GG to both runners.
And I'm sure Glove would prefer the win, but I don't think they can be, that disappointed with how that run went. Very, very clean. It's really cool. So Glove, come on in. Glove, welcome, and GG.
Thanks, GG. GG Bress on the win.
GG Glove.
My game plan going in was like, all right, I got a PB by multiple minutes. And I need Bress to have like the worst run he's ever had of this category. And I held up my end of the bargain, but then you went and PB'd. So.
Well, congrats on the PB then. That's great.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's like my 4th completed run of this category. Like, I like Moondance and all. I just.
Wait, what did Glove get? Glove, you bopped me. Darn it! You bobbed me by like 40 seconds. It's like, oh man. All right. Well, hey, I got to commentate on the match, and I loved watching the match. So you deserved that, and that was fun. But darn it, now I'm down a spot. But GG, that was great.
GG. Yeah.
That's a big PB for you. That's like 5 minutes.
Like 2.5. I didn't submit I PB'd in my race against Tornado.
Okay.
Like I've PB'd every time I've run this category because again, this is my 4th completed run. Unfortunately, like I went into this and I was like, okay, I'll try to grind down all the categories and whatnot. But then what I discovered was North Korea is really fun, and I just want to play North Korea.
I'm with you as long as I don't have to race you. Like I'll play it. I love it. It's my favorite category, but you're way better at it than I am.
I've put in the time. I've put in the time to RBO, and now I'm trying to do a North Korea grind. Before the tournament ends, I would like to get as close to sub hour as possible in it. I have like a 102 right now, so it's a pretty tall
sub hour
order.
if you drop that that safety tank. I feel like it's definitely possible for you to get the sub hour.
I mean, I know what I have to do. Like, part of what I have to do to get sub hour is drop Moon Dance.
Well, part of it.
Can't.
I kind of want to say this, and I kind of don't. I don't want to throw salt in a freshly open wound, but Bressingham is making that grind just a little bit easier for you. I think this takes you out of the winner's bracket, right, and drops you into the loser's bracket. But I feel like your times are going to hold up pretty well against a lot of those. So don't get too focused on that North Korea grind yet. And with how good you're getting at it, that's only going to make people ban it against you anyway. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do have to. No spoilers for the percentage on screen. Unfortunately, in loser's bracket, I do have to face the winner of MM2, Susrame, and Beef Robber, if I'm not mistaken. So, very
tough matches, regardless.
1 and 2 is better than I thought I was going to do in this tournament, honestly.
Yeah, sorry, Beef Robber, but I think you'll be facing Susrame Glove. Like, my match versus Susrame is going to be 90% all bosses. The chances of me winning that are basically nil. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Susrame might be I genuinely think Susrame might be the biggest hidden boss in Super Metroid right now.
I have to agree with you. He's just nobody ever talks about him because all he runs is Max GT, but he's just so stupidly good.
Yeah.
Who allowed someone to be this good? Yeah, watching him is just absolutely incredible. And I'm going to say it was really surprising to find Susrame in the loser bracket. Of course, if anybody wants to go back and find out how that happened, it was a wild set of circumstances that led to that happening. But Susrame showing that they can play other categories than Max GT and very well, bopping almost everybody in the tournament on their first completions almost. A lot of times.
I won in North Korea. That's easily my strongest category out of these 5, and I barely won. So. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to face the stream at some point. But yeah,
Well, that'll be great. So, what do we have coming up here before we let you all say bye to everybody? We do have a schedule coming up. Am I in the right link? So Thursday, tomorrow, we have Iron Rusty versus Tillamorph at 8 p.m. EST. And Saturday at 1, and directly following that match, it's myself versus Glaucio Souza. And then, so that'll be 1 p.m., 2:30 p.m. approximately. And then Saturday and Tuesday, we have Bands versus Legends versus Apathy Ducks. So you can go on the Discord, check that schedule. Glove, Bressingham, you got anything to say to each other or the viewers or anything before we wrap it up here? This is an excellent match.
GG, Glove. Congrats on the PB. And thanks, guys, for commentary. It was a lot of fun, as always, to be on Restream.
Yeah. GG Bress. Shout outs to commentary. Best of luck on the winner of Apathy Duck and Bands with Legends. No matter who wins, you have I think a really interesting matchup. I'm gonna definitely tune into that one.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yeah, those are going to be really solid matches. But yeah, I guess my final words will be like GG's, all you guys. Really solid match. I'm glad I got to commentate. Always nice to see the moon dance route once again. And then yeah, I'll let you finish this out, Kev.
Sounds great. Well, thank you, Bress and Glove and MM2 for being a part of this event today. It was a great race. I hope everybody in chat enjoyed it. Thank you all for being here today. Please tune in for more multi-category extension tournament action. The way the tournament format is that, you know, the further we go into it, the closer these races are going to be, because you're going to see much more even skill level facing one another. But it's just very proud of our runners. Lots of PBs, lots of improvements in this tournament, and a lot of exciting action coming up. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you next mission. Take care.